Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for the Longest Day Kickoff Party. My name is Syed Rizvi, and I'm a volunteer on the Longest Day Committee. My co-hosts are Dr. Kayla Nicole, who is the Longest Day Volunteer Committee Recruitment Chair, but she's running a little bit late. So my other co-host, Samantha Duffy, she's gonna be pitching in for a little bit to cover Dr. Kayla. So I'm excited to hear from everyone about their hobbies, and good to hear
At work.
everybody's hobbies, which is kind of the longest day theme also. Uh, and hopefully we can use the hobbies as a tool to get involved in the fight to end Alzheimer's disease. So first of all, we are going to do some basic housekeeping and ask everyone to mute their microphone. Uh, but if you would like to speak, you can unmute yourself, or you can type in during a chat when the interactive portions or when we have the networking event section coming up. So just to be sure to mute your microphone again, and when you're done speaking, we'll also be recording this Zoom for people to watch who are unable to attend. So tonight we'll hear from a few speakers, including a mission moment from Nikki O'Callaghan. Sana Ali will tell us about the impact of Alzheimer's and how and why she participates in the longest day. After that, we'll take a group photo. So if you registered for the party before the end of January, be sure to have your party favor on hand. Then we'll finish up with some networking and play a game where you can win a gift card to either Amazon or Tiff Street, my favorite cookie place. These gifts are generously donated by Family Tree in Home Care and Tiff Street. So let's to start with, we have a video that was shared from Nikki O'Callaghan about why she is involved with the Alzheimer's Association.
He was my water delivery guy for a store that I ran in Watertown, jewelry store. I'd see him once a month, say hi, that was it. And then one day, we had a special event at the store, and I was wearing a red silk dress, and that was it. It just seemed like there wasn't even a question. Like I was the one for him, and that was going to be it. And it was true. We're married. I decide I'm going to go to nursing school, and I'm pregnant. 3 redheaded Irish babies in 15 months' time. And then Amanda came into our life. We bought this house, and we've been here ever since. Paulie went first, and then Kevin and Brian went to school as well. So for the first time in who knows how many years, the house was quiet, it was clean, and he really struggled. And of course, we're doing exactly what we're supposed to do. Those kids graduated high school. They're supposed to go to good colleges. They're supposed to travel. I was ready for this part of my life, and that became a big strain for us. So around that time, I said, listen, we have to talk. We were out in the yard. It was gorgeous. We were on the swing. I said to him that something was wrong. Like, what can I do? He just kind of looked off. Now I'm getting tearful because I'm like, do you just not know how to tell me that we're done? Nothing. And I start to cry. And gets up off the swing. He walks into the house, shuts the door, and locks me out. So I'm sitting there sobbing, and I'm like, oh my God, what just happened here? I get up and I go in the house. And he's watching TV, totally not affected by anything that just happened. And that was absolutely not him. And then that's where it all started. We saw a neurologist because he was forgetting things and he was struggling at work. And he went on an antidepressant and it didn't touch him. And at the same time, so he's getting counseling, scans, neuropsych eval, because I'm pushing them. And I said, I'm not saying it as a nurse. I'm saying it because I've been with this guy since I was 21 years old. There's something wrong. Our neurologist happened to be pregnant. She said she was going to go on a leave. And she goes, we got to do something. I said, great. She goes, let's get a PET scan. And I'm like, you think he has cancer? And she said, no, but we need to probably just look at it. And I go, absolutely, let's do it. We get the results a couple days later. And she's like, well, it's abnormal. And I go, oh, And she goes, well, your husband either has frontal temporal dementia or he has Alzheimer's. And I'm like, okay, that wasn't really on our radar. We get the diagnosis, sometime later that it was more Alzheimer's than FTD. And now I'm like, okay, let's go. What's next? So Paul went to work the next morning. I sat here and had a good old-fashioned cry for myself, and I really didn't know what to do. So I called the Alzheimer's Association, and I get this wonderful woman on the phone, and I feel like I've got it together. I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? And so she tells me, I'll send you the package. Take a breath. We're going to help you. She was so supportive. And I'm sobbing and I'm sobbing. She's like, oh my God. I go, wait, just give me a second. And I pull it together. I'm like, okay, go. What's next? And literally, like a checklist, I went through it without even thinking about it. I just trusted this person on the other end of the phone who obviously knew way more than me. And, since then, I've called when I have a thought at 2 o'clock in the morning, if I haven't slept, and I'm like, what do I do next? It's everything. It's from financial questions, it's our future, it's long-term care questions. I don't know what I would have done without that support. He's changing every day. It's very different than it was, just a few months ago even. I do all of his care, get him in the shower, I get him fully dressed. Shaving is quite a challenge, but he has to look good. Like, I have to have that man looking good because he was like that. And the whole time he's talking to me like, what are you doing that for? Where are we going? I know what I'm doing, Nikki. I can do this. But then he can't, and he doesn't. And so I just say, of course you can, but let me just do this thing for you. As he progresses, my biggest concern is that he become unsafe. And as he is getting so much worse just in the last few months, I called the Alzheimer's Association the other day and I said, how do I pick a long-term care facility? They think he's ready now, and I'm just not. But I don't want him to get hurt because I kept him home longer. And I feel like, when he goes, he's not going to last very long. So for me to say, okay, it's time, I almost feel like that's me saying. He does have these periods, and from what I understand, other people have them too. It just poof, he's there, and then poof, gone. But I'm telling you, he was there for a minute. I didn't even have to see him. He said, hey, baby, and I was like, hey, just the way he said it. And I was driving, and he put his hand on my leg. I'm like, oh my God, he's here. I was just so glad that I thought to ask him right away. I said, Paul, is there anything we haven't done? He's like, what? And I go, anything. Anywhere you want to go. Any place you haven't seen with me. Anything you want to do. And I thought I lost him, but he was thinking. And he looks at me, and I'm trying to drive the car, and he's like, I just want to spend the next 30 years with you. And I'm like, okay, that was too much. And I said, we don't have 30 years. The doctor just told me I only have 6 months. So what do you want to do? And he kind of chuckled. He goes, it's just as long as I'm with you. And that was it. He was gone. I'll wait for the next one, and see what I get. And so you live for that.
So we are so grateful to Nikki for sharing her story, and unfortunately, it's one we hear really often. Next, I would like to introduce Sana, who will be talking about the impact of Alzheimer's in our community and how the Alzheimer's Association is working to help us end Alzheimer's disease.
Hi everyone, I'm Sana. I actually am still emotional after watching that video. That was the first time I watched it, so thank you, Duffy, for making me cry at 5 in the afternoon. But I just wanted to touch upon all the caregiver resources that the programs department offers. So I currently work in the Care and Support Department here in the Houston and Southeast Texas chapter. But before I talk about our resources, I wanted to look at the facts and figures on the next slide. Okay, so as you can see, more than 5 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's, and even more than 16 million Americans provide unpaid care for people with Alzheimer's or other dementia. So as you can see, it's really important to have these caregiver resources that are available. So as she said in the video, one of the most important services that we offer is our 24/7 helpline. And I'll try to put the number in the chat, but the helpline, anytime you call, there's someone available, to pick up your call and provide support for you. They also provide disease information, and you'll always have a connection with a specialized consultant. So, if you call at 2 a.m. and you're worried, you'll always have someone to pick up the phone and talk to. The helpline, you could also get information about localized programs such as our education programs that are happening. Right now, we're actually having virtual education programs on a variety of topics, like general info about Alzheimer's. We also have more specialized presentations for caregivers. And if anyone is interested in hosting an education program or attending an education program, we could put a link to our community resource finder where you could find any of those programs available near you. And of course, we are offering these virtually. So if you could find one that fits your schedule, that would be great. We also offer free caregiver support groups. Again, these are virtual, as well as those that are in the early stages of the disease. So we have an early stage support group. And as you know, like having resources that are virtual really expands our reach and allows everyone to join. So if anyone has any questions, I'm more than happy to help. I actually see that Robert has a question about the surrounding areas. And yes, we don't only serve the Houston area, but the surrounding areas. So that includes like Woodlands, Conroe, Sugarland, all of that. So yeah, Robert, I'll put a link to our community resource finder if you need any help finding resources, or if anyone needs any help finding any resources. So yeah.
Cool. And did anybody have any questions for Sana before we move on? Or Sana, did you have anything else, or did I interrupt like right as you were going to say something?
Yeah, no worries. Well, I guess I can just talk about our mission, which is the Alzheimer's Association leads the way to end Alzheimer's and all other dementia by accelerating global research, driving risk reduction and early detection, and maximizing quality care and support, which is a lot of what our programs department does. But of course, that wouldn't be possible without the amazing help of our colleagues in development. So thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Sana. So all of the great research, the advocacy, the care that's brought to our community wouldn't be possible without the help of family, friends, and supporters like you guys who are fighting the end of Alzheimer's disease through programs like The Longest Day. So if you aren't familiar with the event, The Longest Day is the day with the most light, the summer solstice. So on June 20th, thousands of participants from across the world come together to fight the darkness of Alzheimer's through an activity of their choice. And together, they use their creativity and passion to raise funds and awareness for the care, support, and research efforts of the Alzheimer's Association that Sana just talked about. So it's really easy to participate. You simply choose an activity you like to do, like the ones that we talked about before the call, and you can turn it into a fundraiser to fight Alzheimer's. And so any activity can be a Longest Day activity. And some of the pictures that are on this slide show just a few of our local teams who have participated by dancing, baking, cycling, playing cards. There's even some beer yoga on there, guys. I know some of you do yoga, so take a look at that one. And yeah, all of this to raise money for our fight to end Alzheimer's. So no matter what your passion is, we as the staff and our volunteers are here to help you every step of the way with tools, tips, and some coaching. Together, the strength of our light will outshine the darkness of Alzheimer's. So now I'd like to pass it off to Alice, who's actually going to talk about her experience with The Longest Day.
Thanks, everybody. I'm Alice Williams. Oh yes, there I am on my bright pink bike. And just to give you a little quick background, my involvement with The Longest Day evolved over many years of volunteering for the Alzheimer's Association. I started out back around 2004. I was the director of an adult daycare program here in Galveston called Libby's Place. And we actually worked with the association to start the first Galveston County Bay Area Walk to End Alzheimer's, which still goes on every year here. So I go way back with the walk. And I also became a support group leader around that same time and have been leading support groups ever since. So have heard more than enough stories about how Alzheimer's affects families and individuals and communities, and that there's just not enough we can do to support people who are going along this journey. And so I didn't participate in the longest day for several years. Said I can't add one more thing to my plate, but through the perseverance of the Alzheimer's Association and the great staff there, and the different, the development of the ease of registering and raising money for the longest day. Last year, I participated for the first time, and I did a bike ride along the bay in Galveston at sunrise and sunset to honor family caregivers who aren't able to get out every day and be out in nature and get the benefits because they are caring for somebody with Alzheimer's, perhaps who can no longer be outdoors, and go with them. And so that was why I chose that particular activity. I don't have a team. It was a team of me and my husband following me as the sun went down that night in the truck. So I didn't get run over. But it was an emotional moment because riding my bike down to this point that overlooks the water and being in that beautiful place at the beginning and the end of that day, and thinking about all the things I got to do that I had the freedom to do because I'm not a 24-hour caregiver. I just wanted to represent those people, riding for those who couldn't ride that day, being outdoors for those who couldn't, in their honor. And that's who I ride for. That's who I participate in the longest day in the Walk to End Alzheimer's, is for those caregivers. And it just means a lot. See, I get emotional just talking about it. And I raised over $1,200, and I did it all online. Like I said, the association made it easy to contact people to raise that money for them to make donations virtually. And I just told them my story, and my friends and family that know me know my passion for the Alzheimer's Association and my determination to beat this disease and to help people learn to live with it until we do. And I plan to do it again this year and hopefully raise more money, maybe add a few bike riders along with me. So I appreciate being asked to share my story. There's just not enough we can do. And it's that simple to participate in the longest day. Pick an activity you love, do it for those that can't, and raise funds and awareness for the Alzheimer's Association. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story, Alice. That was very touching, and I'm so glad to meet you. You mentioned you've been doing this for a long, long time, and thank you for your service and helping the association. We would also like to ask everyone else if you have participated in the longest day, or if you have a connection to the longest day event, or just with Alzheimer's in general. If you would like to share your story in the chat, that'll be wonderful. So when you register for the longest day, we want to make sure you have everything you need to have a successful longest day, just like Alice. It's a $20 donation to start your team, which kickstarts your fundraising. And with that donation, you'll also get your 2021 longest day shirt, just like this one and what Alice has. It's pretty cool. It's an awesome, it's actually really good for summers. It's what they call the dry one. You don't feel sweaty if you're running. Along with the shirt, you do get a longest day banner with Samantha. If you see in the back, Samantha Duffy has it. And also they'll provide you some other materials to get you started. You'll also get your own fundraising page on the Alzheimer's Association website, which has links you can share with other acquaintances, and you can also create activities. It's like a Facebook page essentially, where you can create a group environment. So to get started, you can sign up now at alz.org/the longest day. Does anyone have any questions so far? Samantha Duffy, are you watching the chat? Any questions?
Yeah, no questions, but some really great team ideas. Glenda said that she did a virtual gift box raffle. Carrie did a scavenger hunt on the beach with her whole family. Jean Marie did different workouts all day with yoga, swimming, walking, more yoga. So a lot of really cool events.
Oh, great. So we're looking forward to some cool ideas about teams for this event in 2021. Thank you everyone for coming and learning about how you can help in the fight to Alzheimer's on the longest day. So now we are going to take a quick photo to share on social media before we get started with the fun part, which is the networking. And then we will play a quick game before we close the day. So if you got your photo prop in the mail, now is the time to grab it.
Perfect.
Okay, I don't know how it goes.
Oh,
Does everybody have their photo prop or something fun, or
oh, it's
all
fun.
ready? Picture ready?
Sayed, I think it's a bow tie.
I'm trying to put it.
I didn't think about that. It's in the other room.
I know. I'm trying to make it in my neck.
Oh, love it. All right, guys. I see Glenda walked away really quickly. Let's give her 1 second. Let me see. Alexis, what's that on your head? I'm very curious.
Dragon for Chinese New Year, and it was on my table, so I just put OC the 10. There you go.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, guys, ready? On the count of 3, just smile and say longest day. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Longest day.
Longest
day.
Perfect. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, cool. Thank you again, everyone. That was a good group photo. Now for the networking. So I'm going to pass it on to our staff contact, Samantha.
Yes. Sorry, let me, oh my gosh, why do I have so many tabs? I'm so sorry, guys. Please don't judge all of my tabs that I've got going on. Give me 1 second. Okay. So thank you again to everybody for sharing and for taking the picture. Now that we're going to do the networking, what I'll do is I'll call on you when it's your turn to speak. I'll just go in the order that I see you on my screen. And you can unmute your mic and tell us a bit about yourself for 1 minute. So to be respectful of everybody's time, we're going to stop you after the minute is up. But after you speak, be sure to add your information to the chat, which we will be downloading and sending out to everyone afterwards. So if for any reason you don't want people to connect with you, you don't have to add your contact information. But if you do, go ahead and put how we can all connect. So if everybody's ready, I'll go ahead and get started. Syed,
One question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Email and phone number is what you're needing, or what?
Yeah, however you would want people to contact you for networking purposes. So I'll go ahead and, like I said, I'll start with whoever's first on my screen, which is Syed, I think, because you were speaking. So we'll start with you.
Okay, everyone. Hello, everyone. It's again so great to be part of the Alzheimer's Association. I've been with them on the committee role as a volunteer for past couple of years, and every year I'm learning a lot more. So how I got involved, I'm a certified dementia practitioner, and I work a lot with people who have dementia, people with dementia as we call them. And of course, as you know, Alzheimer's is the biggest component of dementia. So I was really moved by a lot of families and a lot of the people that I work with, and I wanted to contribute in my capacity towards this goal of finding a cure for the Alzheimer's. And that's how I got introduced. And I try to educate everyone about Alzheimer's Association and the great work they're doing. So I'm great to be here, and I can like to continue to working with them.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Syed. If everybody, when you're not speaking, if you could go on mute, have Glenda. You are next on my list.
Okay, I am Glenda. I've been volunteering and advocating for the association for almost like 9 years, I think. And I've been on both the longest day and walk committees. So it's an honor to be on the long day committee this year. And I do a lot of social media outreach. And I advocate on behalf of my grandmother.
So much. So let's see. The next person I have on my list, if I could, it is, I think it's Pam on Robert's iPad.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm Pam. I'm using Robert's iPad instead of my phone. I'm new. I've been with Alzheimer's for about a year, helping with the Katie walk with Jean Marie and them. And I don't have anybody with Alzheimer's, but I'm a massage therapist for 20 years. And I just like learning about different ways to help, different ways to help me with my business. I'm a health and wellness coach also. And I did the longest day last year, and I'm just barely raised a little bit, but I did get a lot of donations or help with the donations, and I like to do that too. Thank you.
Thanks, Pam. So next I have Samantha from the Samantha Show. Samantha, do you want to go?
Sure. My name is Samantha, and I work at the Alzheimer's Association. You'll probably know me from the Samantha Show, me and Samantha Duffy's weekly Facebook Live. I don't know. I love The Longest Day. It's one of my favorite events that the Alzheimer's Association does. But yeah, it's super fun. Even if you don't have a hobby, you could just make a hobby up and it could be a Longest Day event. I don't know. Anything could be a Longest Day event. I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'm just going to stop talking now.
Well, thank you for sharing, Samantha. Next person I have is Adele. Adele, would you like to go ahead and speak? You're still on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm here because my daughter works for the Alzheimer's Association, and I'm very impressed with her perseverance and her ability to share our family situation to help others. Okay, my mother, my first cousin, and my late husband all had forms of dementia, and she's just terrific and very open and very honest, and using our family as examples to change the world in Alzheimer's. The other reason I'm here is because I remodel homes for people who are physically or mentally challenged. And I have 3 clients that I've been working with. Over the past of our year of COVID, I have studied the Montessori method of modifying a home for people who are mentally challenged and early onset dementia. Well, I modified my home for my husband, and I had taken a number of courses when he was a physician, and he said, "Why don't you go see what you can do for me?" And I went back to my classes at Harvard and did learn different things I can do. And then when I took this last class, I was impressed, and my client was impressed on how her husband was able to remain independent longer and be able to take care of himself and do the things he liked to do. And I did the longest day last year. I created a flash dance in memory of my husband, because that was the one thing that we loved doing and he was able to do for a very long time. People did not know that he had dementia, and when he danced, he became alive again. And so that's why I'm doing it.
Thank you so much for sharing, Adele. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen her flash dance, it's definitely on our Facebook page. Like, we love sharing it.
This year, we're going to have a teacher from the Houston Ballet that is going to organize our dance.
That's incredible.
She's not a teacher, she's a ballerina, but she's going to teach us and organize our dance. So we'll all be right there in step.
I love that. We're going to have you on our Facebook Live again to show off. Let's see. The next person I have on my screen is Alexis. Do you want to go, Alexis?
Sure. So nice to see all of you tonight. I am Alexis Eaton. I'm the development director for the Houston Southeast Texas chapter. And I'm love talking about all things Alzheimer's and working to help families. And the longest day is such a fun way to, do whatever you love, or to do something that your loved one loved, like Adele did. And so it's awesome that we can all get together to do whatever we want on the longest day. But I do have to give a shout out to my friend Alice, who started the Galveston Walk back in 2004. So I haven't worked here since I started working here in 2001. And so I've known Alice forever and ever and ever and ever. So I'm so glad she's in the longest day too. Thanks, guys.
Yay. Thanks, Alexis. Let's see. The next person I have on my list is John. Would you like to go, John?
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. I'm John Harris, and I'm the Director of Public Policy for the Houston chapter. It's an honor to be here with everyone, and I love the longest day. It's a great way to get involved with the Alzheimer's Association and show your support for what we do and how we are going to eradicate this disease. I have no doubt about it. If you want to advocate for the association, I'm your man. Either if on our state side with our local politicians in Austin, or on the federal side in DC, give me a call. I left my name and number in the chat. So if that's something you're interested, I'm available. Give me a call. Other than that, Sam is your girl. She's got all the info for the longest day, and she runs a tight ship and a great ship, and it's going great. So thanks for being here, everyone. We appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, thanks, John. That was such a great pep talk for me. Let's see. The next person I have on my list is Justin. Justin, do you want to go ahead and go?
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Justin, and I was introduced about the association through my godmother, Miss Kim, and Miss Samantha Duffy. And my grandmother had dementia. So I'm just excited to learn more about the association.
Thank you, Justin. Let's see. The next person I have on mine is Sana. Do you want to go, Sana? I know we just introduced you during the thing, so you don't have to.
I'm good, but I just wanted to say I'm really excited to be part of this kickoff because I don't know, I feel like the longest day is very interesting, and I'm excited to buy something from Samantha Hollub's bake sale. So I hope it's good.
Yes, all those gingerbread cookies she was talking about sounded amazing. Okay, let me see. The next person I see on my list is Jean Marie. Would you like to go, Jean Marie?
Thank you. Yes. So my father had Alzheimer's, and his sister had Alzheimer's. And from stories I've heard, I think their father had Alzheimer's. And my mother-in-law had dementia. She just passed away this past November. So it's very near and dear to our heart. We've done the walk since it started in Katy back, 10 or more years ago. And when the longest day came along, I thought it sounded like a good idea because I like doing exercise. And I thought it would be a great kind of prequel to the walk. And it's been a great way to kind of spread awareness not just about Alzheimer's, about, also taking care of yourself and exercising and eating well. And those things can help you prevent the possibility of having Alzheimer's. So I just really like the longest day concept.
Perfect. Thanks, Jean Marie. Okay, let me see. The next person I have on my list is Amanda. Amanda, would you like to go?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't put my video on. I'm at a stoplight. I apologize. My 3-year-old Miles. You want to say Miles? Say hi, Miles. Hi. He and I are in the car driving home from daycare in this rain, so I'm being safe, I promise. Excuse me. I am the director of constituent events. I oversee all of the fundraising events at the association, including the longest day. So this is such an important cause, such an important campaign. And when I started my career with the Alzheimer's Association back in 2013, and the longest day was first launching, I was the first staff lead in charge of the longest day. So we have really grown and seen so many wonderful events come out of this, and we are really thankful to all of you for being here today. I just can't say enough. So thank you so much to Duffy. Thank you, Sana, for presenting, and to all of you for being here today. I cannot wait to see what you all have to do for the longest day, and I can't wait to participate. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you, Amanda. Be careful driving. So let's see. The next person I have on my list is Joan. Would you like to go, Joan?
Yes. Hi. I'm so glad I was able to join. I got the text message and I wanted to make sure that I get on the call. My mother had Alzheimer's. I became interested in the Alzheimer's Association when she was first diagnosed. And I made it my top priority to find out as much about it as I could. And I have a team ever since 2011. I started my team and I tried to give back to the walk, and now the longest day. I'm very much interested in getting involved and doing as much as I can to continue the fight to possibly end this horrible disease.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's see. The next person I have on mine is Robert. Actually, Robert, not Pam, who's on Robert's account. Actually, Robert, if you'd like to go.
Well, I was thinking there's 2 Roberts, but I'm Robert Walter, and I'm with Assisted Living Locators. And I am on the planning committee for the Sugar Land area Fort Bend County Alzheimer's Walk. And I've participated one time on the longest day with my motorcycle fundraiser. And I need to come up with another idea to do it again this year. So that's it. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks for sharing, Robert. And let's see. Next, I have Brenda. Brenda, would you like to go ahead and go?
Yes. Okay. So I was just about to get up because I'm cooking a pot of stew and I wanted to check on that. But yes, I've been a volunteer with the Alzheimer's Association, like I think almost 10 years. And my biggest thing we used to do is we can't do right now was the health fairs. We used to go out. I love going out into the community, getting to talk with the people and raise awareness that way. So we haven't been able to do that lately. But I also am an advocate, and like I say, I volunteer, and I love doing the longest day because it's something you can do what you like, a hobby you like, to raise funds for Alzheimer's, and I really like the longest day.
Thanks, Brenda. We love you too. So let's see, the last and certainly not least person I have is Carrie Quinn. Carrie Quinn, would you like to speak?
Sure. Hi, my name is Carrie Quinn. As you can tell, because Samantha Duffy addresses me by my full name. I am the development manager at the Alzheimer's Association. I've worked there for about 4 years, and before that, I was actually volunteering for a bit. I got involved to begin with because my grandfather had Alzheimer's, and pretty basic gist, I'm not actually required to work on the longest day, but it's one of my favorite events, and that's why I keep doing fundraisers for it. And I feel like it's a good, easy thing that I can involve my family in as well. It helps bring us together.
Thank you so much for sharing, Carrie Quinn. I do call you by your whole name. I'm sorry. So thank you everybody for sharing. So now we're almost at the end of the happy hour. But first, before we go, we wanted to play a quick game of Kahoots Trivia, where you'll have a chance to win a $25 gift card to either Tiff's Treats, donated by Tiff Treats, or a $25 Amazon gift card that was donated by Family Tree and Home Care. So if y'all haven't ever played Kahoots before, I will walk everybody through it. Here we go. So like it says on the screen, to play, all you have to do is use your phone or computer, and you could type kahoot.it on your phone or computer, and then enter that PIN number, 804-2271. It's really easy. You're just going to be answering some questions, a couple of pop culture questions, a couple of questions about Texas, and then a couple of questions about all the great things we learned about the Alzheimer's Association and the longest day. So the top 2 players are actually going to win, and the person who wins first place gets first pick. So does anybody have any questions? Feel free to unmute if you do. See, new Samantha's, new Sam on Glenda, Syed. I mean, guys, I'm just saying, I wish I could play. I love Tiff's Treats, and I feel like I buy way too much on Amazon, so I'm super jealous. Let's see. We'll give it another minute. If you don't want to play, you don't have to, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. Is everybody getting it okay? Also digging the music. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. Give it 1 minute in case anybody else wants to play. And I totally have to give credit to our other volunteer who wasn't able to make it tonight, Kayla. She's actually the one who helped put this together. So she added all kinds of great pictures, and I walked through it with her. Some of these questions are actually, like, I didn't know some of these things about Texas. So I'm curious to see which of y'all are going to get it.
What's the code again?
It's 804-2271. Okay, and I just put it in the chat, so if anybody needs it. Okay, last call. Is there anybody who is trying to log in but can't? Just let me know. We will stop for a second. Everybody's in who's going to be in? Last chance.
Can you drop me out, because I think I'm not supposed to be in there.
Oh, I mean, you can play Syed. I don't think you know the
No,
answer,
it's okay.
right? So,
Well, I do. So
well, never
I just
mind.
realized it. Yeah.
Well, why don't you try playing, and if you win, then you don't need to win. You could donate the prize back down.
Okay.
Because I don't know how to take you back out of it. Okay, if nobody else is playing, we will get started. Let's see. All right, here we go, guys. Hope you're ready. I will read off the question first, so in case somebody can't see it because they're on their screen. So who won the Super Bowl in 2020? Was it the Patriots, Chiefs, the 49ers, or the Buccaneers?
Oh,
Was that you
oh
saying?
shoot. I put the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
Ah. Dang.
Okay, so 2 people got it. Oh, I forgot that I have to next. That's my bad. Okay, wow, guy. Justin was on top of it. He knew that answer immediately. Okay, let's see. Question 2. So Texas hasn't always been part of the United States. How many countries have claimed Texas as their own? 2, 4, 6, or 8. And I will say my husband got this wrong, so I'm going to boot him out of Texas. Poor Sana. She said, is it bad that I don't know? A little bit, but it's okay. You could stay. Okay, but a lot of people did get it right. Let's see who's in the lead now. Okay, Alexis, I see you. She's coming for the win. Next question, here we go. So Interstate 10, or Katy Freeway, is the widest highway in the world. How many lanes does it have? 26, 16, 10, or 30? I mean, this blew my mind, guys. How did almost everybody, like, whoever got that right, I'm so impressed. Alexis, oh my gosh, so impressive. Yeah, 26, it's a lot. Okay, so you could have your longest day event on any day of the year, but what day is the longest day officially on? Is it on January 1st, June 20th, March 20th, or December 21st? Ugh, you're all rock stars. You all know what it is. Perfect. I see it. I see you, Alexis. You're on fire. Okay. Okay, let's see. Next question. So Dr. Pepper was actually created by a pharmacist in 1885 in which Texas town? Was it Houston, Waco, Austin, or Victoria? We just had so many good things coming out of Texas. How did so many of y'all know that? I did not know that was a thing. Okay, all right, now y'all are showing off. I see this. So the Alzheimer's Association offers the following resources to the local community. Is it the 24/7 helpline, education to the community, support for caregivers and those diagnosed, or all of these? Oh, and while y'all are answering, I see that Kayla joined. Hi, Kayla. Y'all are paying attention. See, you got this. Okay. Sana's moving on up. I see y'all. Next question. Which of these celebrities was not born in Texas? Was it Dolly Parton, Matthew McConaughey, Farrah Fawcett, or Beyonce? Y'all know this. I believe in y'all. I didn't know this, but I think everybody else. I believe in y'all. You got this. Okay, again, majority of you knew it. I did not. Carrie Quinn. Okay. So next question. When you start a team for the longest day, you get a welcome kit with all of the following except... Is it your longest day shirt, a fun longest day banner, a guidebook to help you get started, or a colorful longest day medal? You got this, guys. I believe in you. You know what it is. Perfect. Carrie, okay. All right, on a streak. So we're almost at the end. So Houston's highest point is how many feet above sea level? Is it 500, 125, 50, or 350? Man, and Kayla, I know you just jumped on. Feel free to comment. Those are some wild numbers. They're all very different.
I wish I could play, but I know all the answers.
Didn't know that. And I helped you put it together.
True.
Let's see. Wow. Okay, y'all know your Texas trivia. Okay, so more than how many Americans are living with Alzheimer's disease? Is it 1 million, 3 million, 5 million, or 7 million? Really had to be looking at that slide that Sana was using. Look at y'all. Everybody's paying attention. I'm here for it. Glenda, you are moving on up. I see you catching up, and new Samantha too. Okay, the next one. 16 million Americans provide paid care for people with Alzheimer's or other dementia. True or false? I'd like to throw out that this is Kayla's question. I'm gonna throw that disclaimer out. There you go. See, she tricked you. They don't provide paid care, they provide unpaid care. Ugh, you're
You
like
can tell
my
I'm a
math
teacher.
Yeah. Okay, last question. The Longest Day is about raising funds and awareness for the care, support, and research efforts of the Alzheimer's Association. True or false? Oh, come on, guys, you know this. Yes, thank you for attending, Alexis. Oh, man. Well, nobody got it wrong, so you know. Perfect. So let's see. Second was new Samantha. Carrie Quinn, I am impressed. Congratulations, guys. Super fun. And then I saw that Sana and Glenda were runners up. Yay! Amazing. So I hope y'all enjoyed the game. I'm going to turn off the sound really quickly and go back to the presentation. Where I just missed a bunch of stuff, including the instructions for the game. So that was my bad. I just wanted to wrap up really quickly, though. I know it's almost 6 o'clock, so we're going to try to keep everybody do everything in a timely manner. But I want to thank everybody again for joining us for the Longest Day kickoff. I hope you had as much fun as I did. So I just want to give a quick overview. If you or someone you know is in need of the Alzheimer's Association resources, you could go to alz.org or call our helpline at any time. If you need help starting your Longest Day team or coming up with some ideas, you could go to the Longest Day website at alz.org/thelongestday. We also have our National Longest Day Rally coming up, where you can learn about new virtual fundraising tools and hear inspiring stories and ideas from other Longest Day participants across the country. And yeah, you can RSVP for your spot at that link in the slide, act.alz.org/spring rally. And then you are always welcome to reach out to me, Samantha, for any help or questions. And then the last thing about the Longest Day is, if you are interested in getting even more involved in the fight to end Alzheimer's, we would love to have you join the committee and put together events like this one. So you could reach out to me. We'll also be following up with all of the networking information within the next week. And we'll get in touch with all of the game winners. But did anybody have any questions before we finish up? None questions?
Oh, so I think we should let them know that we do have a event tomorrow morning.
Brilliant. Yes, you go ahead, Sam.
I will be leading the morning one. I'm definitely not an evening person, so I'm not at 100%. But in the morning, if you want to come hang out for the virtual coffee break, it will be me.
Perfect.
And she is real fun.
Yes, thank you for the reminder, Saya. I completely forgot to even mention it. So if nobody else have any questions, we will stay on for a bit just in case, or if anybody just wants to hang out. But be sure to check out the
Will it
Longest
be
Day
the same
website.
link? We use the same link in the morning as you use for this one?
That is a great question. Yes, you do. It is the same link.
But we have a different game
We'll have a
show.
different game. Yeah, we'll have a
it's, it's not the same thing. So
Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be a different game. Somebody else is going to be speaking, not Alice, though we did love Alice's story. She was great.
so it's
Um,
it's not a repeat of what happened today.
Yes, it'll be just as fun though, we promise. But yeah, so did anybody else have any questions? Like I said, we'll stay on just in case, but if anybody needs to go, again, be sure to check out the website, go register, and we look forward to seeing how you fight the darkness of Alzheimer's on the longest day. Thanks for attending, guys.
So so the link for the video, you'll post it on the group on Facebook.
Yeah. So what I could do is
Like
I
if
could
I
actually
want
send,
to reshare it, how do I do it?
oh yeah, we could post it in the Facebook group, and then what I could do is I could send it in like the follow up.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be nice. So that way we can just share it on our Facebook group with letting everybody know that to come tomorrow morning.
Yeah, for
Samantha,
sure.
you could probably stop recording, right?
I don't know how to stop. Oh, I do know how to stop.
Yeah, you can stop and then